one of the wing guys, whether it be Brandon or Clay coming in early. Bottom line is that our second unit has played very well. They've won ball games for us. They compete, they defend. You know, we've had times where, you know, Monte and David played high minutes. So I think they've definitely played together. At the end of the day, we've got to figure out, that's really not a concern. We've got to figure out how to close games. I think we put ourselves in position, whether it be first unit, second unit, on the floor, to be winning ball games, and we haven't.
So if guys aren't, your starting unit isn't closing, you're just going to keep playing them every time, or can you mix that up?
Well, I don't think it's, my starting unit hasn't been the unit that's been on the floor.
Your guards have.
You said my starting unit.
Yeah, your guards have.
I will make the proper decision. It'll be a flow call. Obviously, they're the best backcourt guys we have. I don't think well, I know we haven't lost games because those two guys are on the floor. Giving up second chance points, turning the ball over, not getting stops, not executing offensively. There's been a variety of ways we've lost ball games. So I don't think it's fair to point to my backcourt duo and say that's the reason. Across the board, we all have some responsibility to close it out. That's the guys in suit and ties also.
I guess you could just look at the turnovers. What explains all the turnovers, just for those two guys?
Well, the 12 last game. I mean, after that, I don't think that's the norm. They were very bad. They'd be the first to tell you 12 turnovers from the backcourt is unacceptable. And if I see a steady diet of that, there's no question that they won't be on the floor together. Just careless basketball, quite honestly, and there's no other explanation for it. And it cannot be tolerated. It's as simple as that. There's no excuse for it.
What is your explanation for why the second unit performs so well defensively relative to the first unit?
We have a very good defensive team. You know, if you look at the first 3 quarters for every game this season, our numbers are as, you know, top 10 in the league. And the second unit don't play the bulk of the minutes there. That's our defensive team. We've collapsed in the 4th quarter, whether it be giving up 30-plus points at times, whether it's turning the basketball over, whether it's giving up second chance opportunities. First 3 quarters, our numbers are exactly where we want them to be. And that, the credit for that goes to this team in general, first and second unit.
Mark, a lot of coaches say, you know, every game's important and they take them one at a time. At the same time, it seems like during the season there are ebbs and flows. Tonight would seem to be a night when you got to see something extra from your team in light of the way the last 2 games have gone. Is that fair to say that, I don't want to say this is more important than any other game, but by the same token, are you looking for something?
You know, honestly, I'm looking for something every night. And when I look at tonight's game, I look at a team that's playing on the 3rd night, back to back to back. I'm looking at our team, and the mindset should be, we should be in attack mode. We should be very aggressive. We should be forcing the tempo. We should attempt to wear them out. And I don't want to be naive to think that that's not a good team on in the other locker room. A well-coached team with veterans that know exactly where they are, and they're going to come out ready. But at the end of the day, this is a great opportunity for us, and especially coming off, like you said, a disappointing loss. Is
Clay a different player now than he was at the start of the season? And
yes.
And how so?
He's much more confident for whatever reason. I thought early on in the season he turned down shots. Who knows what the explanation was? But after talking to him, I forgot which game it was. It was at halftime, and I told him Reggie Miller would never shake his head missing a shot. He's a shooter, and I did not want him turning down shots. I promised him I'd never take him out of the ball game for missing a shot, and that's a fact. He's been everything we thought he would be when we drafted him, and he's only going to get better.
Mark, I saw you said that if you had over, you might have played Nate more at the end. What would that have been for?
I don't know. I really don't know. I told Nate it may have been at the 5. You know, I'm not a guy that's going to, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean he goes in for Steph or goes in for Monte. At that time, I liked his fight. I liked his commitment. I liked his no back down approach at that moment. That's who he is, and that's what we needed at that particular point in time.
Who else gives you that sort of?
Well, I think they all give it to me, but there's some that give it to me all the time. There's some guys in this league that even when things aren't going well, they're going to fight. They're going to scratch. They're going to claw. They're going to compete. And there's some guys in this league that they only do that when things are going well. And we have a group of guys that this is a process. And for the first time, I thought last game, we didn't respond. We did not respond.
You came in here very high on the talent on this roster. You maintained that. Like today said that you are evaluating, you know, you're seeing these players. Do you make personnel adjustments in your mind? I don't have to, you don't have to tell me you're,
well, thank you
you're not as happy.
Yeah,
you're not as happy with his roster as you were. But how much mental adjustment do you have to make? Okay, these are the players I actually do have, not the ones I thought I had.
Oh, that's a great question. I think every single game, every single practice, you learn about players individually and collectively. You get a better understanding watching them every day as opposed to calling games, as opposed to watching film. So you learn something. But I will tell you this, that the guys that I thought were extremely talented, I'm still high on it. And I still believe that this team is more than capable of doing what I felt when I came into this situation. Sorry?
I can't resist this question. Since you said you were considering putting Nate at the 5, even though I know you were kidding.
No, I wasn't.
Why wouldn't you consider Udo or Biedrich at the 5 in the fourth quarter? When
I didn't say I wouldn't.
Why would you consider Nate over there?
They played in the 4. They played in the 4. Everybody had an opportunity. You know, I shuffled guys out. The tide started turning from the beginning of the 4. You know, we were at the 7-11 mark. We were rolling, and we hit some tough shots. That was shots we stumbled onto. So it looked like things were going well, but we were not executing. We got away with cheating on the offensive end, getting away from who we were, and it caught up to us. So we were not satisfied with any of the groups that was in the fourth quarter. They set the tone, they were aggressive, and we can look back and say, well, why not this guy? Every guy to a man got outplayed in that fourth quarter.
Why is it simplistic to say guys gave up 10 second chance points in the fourth quarter? Why not get bigger?
Why not
go bigger? At least to stem that part of the issue.
39 points in the fourth quarter. Turnovers, second shot opportunities. They played with force. They went small. Not wise for us to have David Lee or Epe Udo defending Rudy Gay. That's a suicide mission. We went the other way and got outplayed thoroughly. Epe, Dre, and everybody else, the stat sheet tells you, got in. All of those names got in the 4. We got outplayed. The good news is that is history. They will have an opportunity to take care of business tonight. Not only were they outplayed, at the end of the day, we all have a responsibility to walk away with a quality win when we were put in a position where we were in total control of the basketball game. And we've got to get better.
Mark, regarding the center position, it seems like the organization has really put an emphasis on finding a solution for the issues in the middle. Having been a guard yourself, do you feel like that guard-centric play has really become dominant in the league?
That's a fact.
Is that the most effective way to go with the group that you have?
Which way is that, guard?
Well, just, I guess, focus on the guards and not focus so much on center play.
Well, this just in. We have one center. So for those of you who want to get bigger, we got one legit center, and that's Andres Beach. Other than that, we have some power forwards, just like the rest of the league, doing great acting jobs, pretending to be big guys. This is a league that has been dominated lately by the backcourt position. The rules allow the guards to dictate the pace, the flow, and make life tough, whether it be pick and rolls, isolations, pushing the basketball. And we have two guys and a guy like Nate off the bench that are very good at creating offense. We have no problem scoring. You know, we didn't lose. We haven't lost games because we couldn't score. You look at the games we lost, we stopped defending. So we're fooling ourselves to believe that it's because of size or anything else. We did not take care of the basketball. The facts say it. And we stopped defending when it mattered most.
I guess you mentioned second chance points. That's why I drew upon that. I mean, do you feel like, as you mentioned, going bigger would help you in those instances?
No. The reason why is because everybody that's been in the ball game has been out-rebounded. We stopped boxing out. We stopped pursuing the basketball. We stopped closing out possessions, which the last line of that is securing the basketball. That's to a man, and it has hurt us.
Your center has kind of become a non-factor on offense, and there's a prevalent feeling on the outside anyway that a lot of it has something to do with the free throw thing that's still in his head. That he doesn't want to take shots, he doesn't want to mix it up, he's afraid of the free throw line.
Yeah, you have to ask him that. We have confidence in him. We have extreme confidence in him. He's as good a post defender as there is in this league. He's as good a big defending the pick and rolls. We will attempt to continue to try to get him the basketball on the block. We will try to create offense for him. That's a question that he would have to answer, but that is not something that I believe to be true. He's been, you know, very positive, and I think he's having a very good season. So the concerns coming in, they were real concerns because I didn't know him, are not any concerns to me right now.
Has the team made his free throw shooting a focus, improving it at all, anything like that?
We went to the line 8 times last game, so I would like, you know, get to the free throw line to be the focus, not just make them.
No, I mean for Adrian specifically.
Oh, Beatrice, I'm sorry. Say it again?
Has the team made improving his free throw shooting a focus?
No. And I came here, it doesn't matter to me. If the guy shoots 2% from the free throw line, he shoots 1, 2, maybe none a game. If he gets every rebound, blocks shots, and defends, to me, I could care less whether he makes free throws or not. That's not going to win or lose the ball game. But when he plays the way he's been playing, rebounding, defending, getting after it, I think too much emphasis is made on the free throws.
Great. Thank you.